Hi, I'm Vikram. I'm shooting a tool called CA Log Analyzer. CA Log Analyzer for ZOS is a complete analysis and management tool for DB2 active and archive log datasets, image copies and bootstrap datasets. In this video we are gonna see the purpose of Log Analyzer and how it is used to generate redo SQL, undo SQL, some reports like DML activity report, commit frequency report, image copy frequency report and rollback activity report. Before going into the details of Log Analyzer, let us first discuss a few points about DB2 log. The log contains all of the information necessary to perform restart, recovery and rollback. It contains images of data rows before and after a change, as well as information on page sets and their status. It shows what update information has been externalized to DASD and starting points of restart or recovery by page set. The log can be considered as a very long sequential dataset. It is keyed either by RBA or LRSM. DB2 writes change information to log buffers in memory and periodically externalizes the recovery data to the DB2 active logs. What is the level of detail recorded in the log depends on the DML statements that is executed and the value assigned to the data capture attribute in the table definition. Data capture changes tells DB2 to write additional data about SQL updates to log. And in the further slides we are gonna see like how data capture changes and data capture none affect the way the DB2 logs the data. Here is a DDL that is shown with data capture none and data capture changes. And if you want to alter any table which doesn't have data capture changes, then this is the way that you can do it. Now we'll see how DB2 log, how the information in DB2 log is maintained with this data capture none. For insert statements, DB2 logs the complete after image of the new row, whereas for update statements it only records the first byte that has changed to the last byte that has changed. For delete statements it is done in a different way. It depends on what type of table space it is. Like for partition table space, the before image of all rows are logged, whereas for segmented table space, if it is a mass delete, only the space map page is updated, whereas if it is delete with some predicates, the before image of all rows are logged. And if there is any result of any RI relationship, then those rows will also be logged. The before image of all those rows will also be logged. Now we'll see how DB2 logs the DML for a table with data capture changes. For data capture changes, if it is an insert statement that is executed on the table, the DB2 logs the complete after image of the new row. For update statement, it logs the complete before image of the row and it logs the complete after image of the row. For delete statements, irrespective of whether it is a mass delete or delete with predicate, it logs the complete before image of all the rows. Now since we have discussed a few points about the DB2 log, now we'll see how Log Analyzer works and what all the different components of Log Analyzer. Log Analyzer is made up of 5 different components as it is shown in this slide. We'll talk about each component and see the purpose of each component. And also we'll see the things how it is done practically simultaneously. First component of Log Analyzer is log reporting. Log Analyzer can produce 4 different DML activity reports. First one is DML activity report, second one is undo SQL, third one is redo SQL, and fourth one is load file. We'll see in detail about each one. DML activity report shows updates, inserts and deletes as noted in the db2 log. We'll see how to generate a DML activity report in detail. Now I am in the mainframe screen and I take log analyzer, and here I take option 1 process log, and I get into our DML activity. And here if you see the output format options that I have selected is R for reports, and I would like to collect a detailed report, so I give the level of detail as D, and I want the output ordered by the URID, so I give the option U here, and I don't want any customized report, so I just leave this option as N. And I just want the report on some of the tables of my choice, so I give here some of the test tables which I have created for this video. Then I hit P-F3 and get back to the previous screen. Then again hit P-F3, again I hit P-F3. I select a time period of 20 minutes from 2030 to 2050. Now we'll see what all the DML statements that were executed between these two time periods on our table TABL08. Now you can see it has listed the DML statements that were executed from 2030 to 2050 on the table TABL08. Here you can see one update statement has been executed and then one insert statement. It will list it down with the time period also when it was executed. You can observe here the insert statement was run at around 2044, whereas the update was also run at around 2044, just some within a gap of some 20 seconds. So as shown in this slide, we have just seen the detailed DML activity report. Now let's check out the other two options, the summary and totals. We'll see how a summary report of a summary DML activity report will look like. Basically this summary report will just show the total of insert, update or delete operations that has happened on a table for the period of time which we have selected. Total report will also just show the same information. We'll check it in the mainframe, like how it looks like. Now first we'll see the summary report. I am in the DML activity screen and I have selected option report, summary, order by URID and no customized report, and I just want to filter the report by the table. I give the table name and I hit PF3, again PF3, again PF3, and here I select the time. I hit PF3 and I am in the screen. Again, since I want the output to be displayed in the terminal, I just hit PF3 and I want this to be executed online, so I select option online and I hit enter. Now this is the summary of DML activity report, and here you see at 20, 44, 35 there is one update activity, so it shows one update, and it is done by this particular URID. So it just lists out the total updates recorded for this particular URID. And then again at 20, 44, 58 there is one insert on this particular table, and this is also performed by this particular URID, and it lists down the total inserts. So and finally it lists down the summary totals, the total number of updates and the total number of inserts. Now we'll see one totals report. Here I have selected option T for totals report, and rest of the other options the same. And here is the totals report. It also just lists the there is one update DML activity and one insert DML activity. And this slide is about the detailed report which we have seen already, and it shows the column names and all inserted column data for each insert statement and update statement.